Hey guys, it's me Zain, and today we're gonna trying to train tiny new growths on orchids. Why is that important? You know, if you're growing orchids, there are a lot of cases when you are trying to train a new growth because they are growing at a very weird angle which you don't like. There are cases when the new growths are just growing out of the pot and they are, here's the orchid growing upwards and the new growth is like going that way, and those orchids need some training. And there are actually a lot of different ways for training orchids. For example, with a pantyhose, because a pantyhose is just very elastic and it won't harm the plant because it's actually soft. Or there are training methods with wires. Wires can actually cut into the tissue if you're not careful enough. Also, there can be trained with rubbers and all kinds of materials which aren't toxic to the plants and stuff like that. So there are a lot of different ways. But today this is going to be a different video because we're not going to try to train new growths which are already big and you can manage them. Today we're gonna try to train unmanageable tiny new growths which needs to be trained, because you know there are some new growths which has to be trained because they are just growing into the pot. That's not good. Or they are growing into the medium, they are growing not upwards but they are going downwards into the pot, into the medium, into some other bulbs or other leaves or other roots or between the roots. There can be a lot of different ways if you are talking about orchids. I have an example for that. Actually, I have two examples for that. The first one is funny and the second one is the real thing that I'm actually want to show you today. So let's start with the funny one. So here is my Phalaenopsis. This is the Phalaenopsis which I bought I think last year or something. It's not blooming this year because I don't know, just because, but right now it has really taken off. It is growing a ton of new roots and new leaves. Okay, new leaves, no, but it's growing a ton of new roots, and I think it's gonna start to grow a new leaf as well soon. And there was a point when I thought, oh my god, it's producing a flower spike, and I was really happy. Well, it's not. It's producing a keiki, a basil keiki. So well, that's good too, because that one can produce a flower spike, so I will have double chance for a flower spike. But that keiki was just growing towards the medium, it was growing to the pot, to the center of the pot. It was a weird, bad angle. And here came my idea. I have my credit card, which is not valid anymore, don't get too excited. And these are the times when you are broke as hell, but you still want to do something good with your credit card, so I did. That should be a meme. I'm trying to train the new growth with my credit card because fuck yeah. So I'm gonna show it from closer. Don't get too excited, you cannot use this anymore, numbers or whatever. I have a new credit card. So here is my credit card, and as you can see, this tiny keiki was trying to grow into the medium, but then I came by with my credit card and I pushed the credit card between the edge of the pot and the keiki. So that's good, I guess, and it's not going into the medium and into the pot anymore, so I guess that's good. This piece of plastic is a barrier for the keiki, so it can't grow wherever it wants. And this is the main idea of today's topic: creating a barrier so the new growth have to grow the way you want it and not the plant how it wants to do that. So creating a barrier with plastic, that's the real stuff with growing weird angle new growths and flower spikes maybe. That's what we're gonna try to do today, but with a more advanced case. So here is my Gongora Galeata variety flower, which should produce a flower spike soon, I hope. I'm not sure about that. Maybe it's not growing a new growth but a flower spike, but whatever, it needs training. If you want to check out the whole video in which I'm presenting this one, click on the info card, you will find that whole video there. I already repotted this orchid and it's repotted into a mixture of Lacopabos and Ceramis, and the big chunk, because I have it, I bought it at Dresden. Info card. And let's look at it from closer, because there are things to show you on this one. Okay, so where are the things that I want to show? I'm not sure. I have to search for them because they are tiny. Actually, you can see it through the pod. That's great. I don't have to tilt the pod so it won't fall out. I removed some of the medium from this place so you can see it better and it won't like crash by the medium moving there. It's not buried too deep. Trust me, it's not. It's just this bulb. Something is growing there. I'm not sure if that is a flower spike or it's a new growth because I'm really not experienced with gongoras. Either way, I want to train that. And how to train something which is so tiny? It's actually pointing down. So if it will start to grow, it will grow down somewhere here. So I cannot train it when it will be bigger or something. Okay, the idea of fixing this new growth contains scissors and the plastic thingy. How is this called? My memory is playing with me. I don't remember how are these called in English, but whatever. We're gonna use this, and I already cut off the top part because this is the part which we're gonna use, and we're gonna use this part because it's curved, and that's what we need right now. So I'm planning to cut out a shape, most probably from this part which is curved, and I'm gonna cut out something like a spoonish thingy. Actually, I could use a plastic spoon, but I don't have plastic spoons. So I'm gonna cut out a shape from this one, and I'm gonna show you the shape after I cut it out. Okay, this is not so easy. This is my shape. It's too big. I'm coming closer so you can see what I'm doing right here. So this is the first thing that I cut out, but it needs more shaping. So I cut out something like this, and this shape is important because with this shape I can go below the new growth or whatever is that. It may be a flower spike, that's a new growth as well, so whatever. But I can go below that new growth and I can actually push this one there, but this part will be actually pointing up because it will be pushed by the brim of the orchid pot. So let's see how it works in action. Okay, praying for Zane not to fuck up the new growth because I'm gonna do it so you can see it and I won't see that, so let's hope it won't end bad. I will try to put this below the new growth. And it's there. That was easy. A little bit more spacing will help. And yeah, it's done. Right now, the new growth is actually touching this something, so the new growth will be pushed upwards when it starts to grow. Oh, now you can see that. You see, it's barely touching it. So as it will grow, it will be forced to grow upwards. And I'm not gonna leave that upper part of this plastic so big. That's pretty much enough, because if it will grow to this size, I can like train it however I like. So this is my idea actually. So the base of this idea is creating a barrier which will help the new growth grow that way you want and not how the plant wants to grow. So the key word here is the barrier. Any new growth what you have and it's growing at a weird angle, try to make a barrier which is safe for the orchid. It won't cut into roots and into pseudobulbs and into leaves, so into living tissue, but actually will help the new growth to grow the way you want it to grow. So that's the main idea of today's topic, and I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, click on the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to this channel, subscribe to my other channel, and you can follow me also on Instagram. You can find all the info thingies down in the info box below, and don't forget to watch the info card thingies because you can find there pretty good videos as well. So see you next time. Bye guys. What is that? Bad hair day again? And the plastic thingy. How is this called? How is this thing called in English? It's a pet something. You know, the thing which, you know, this plastic container thingy which contain sodas and shit.